Bonjour, everybody in Côte d'Ivoire. My name is Thebe Ikalafeng, and I'm the founder and chairman, as Lerato said, of Brand Africa. Very excited to present the results today, and wanted to give you a quick background first before we start. So we founded Brand Africa with a simple mission and vision, which is to drive a brand-led African renaissance. We started in 2010, and we did it immediately after the World Cup because we wanted to understand what are the brands that will build the continent with going forward. If you remember the time of the World Cup, there was only one African brand as among the main brands, and that was MTN in the World Cup, FIFA 2010 World Cup. So we wanted to understand that there must be more to Africa, and we must be able to contribute more to building brands. And that's how we started. We've had a lot of interesting people, Baroness Dambisa Moyo among them, India participating, the team from the FIFA World Cup participating. We've gone around to Kenya and all that. So I thought part of what we do is to really give you a bit of more background as well on the idea of Brand Africa 100, Africa's best brands. It is the most comprehensive, widely referenced research and ranking of brands in Africa. No question. There's no study on brands in the continent as wide as that. We launched the study itself in 2011, Brand Africa itself in 2010, and wanted to make sure that we do the results May 25. This year we just announced the global results. We did them in Ethiopia, which is going to be the permanent home for all the global results for Brand Africa. The study itself is done around the continent by Geopoll and by Kantar. These are the two biggest research companies in the world. And if you want to see how the program works, the program starts in the beginning, the global study, as I said, which we announced around May 25 at the Africa Hall in Ethiopia. And it comes out with a supplement in African business, which is out next week. Which covers the global results. Then we go into the regional and the local, which is where we are now. Today we're in Côte d'Ivoire. We've already been to Lesotho. We're going to South Africa next week, Botswana next week, Namibia the week after. Then we go on and on across the continent. And South Africa, there's a special publication that covers the results, and that's how it looks like on the right. So that is our Brand Africa program for the year. So how do we determine the best brands? It's a methodology that is grounded in research. We start with face-to-face, the field work, and then out of that we go into sorting thousands. We get, for the continent alone, we get over 150,000 names of brands. Out of that, we sort it, and then we reduce it to 5,930. So out of the 5,930, and reduce that study to 100 top 100 most admired brands in the continent. So you can understand it's very comprehensive from analyzing, but also you may ask the question, how do we make a difference between Nigeria, which is 250 million, and Namibia, which is 2.5 million? We do what you call a population weighted average to be able to compare the two countries. Then we engage with the local countries, then we do the rankings, then we do the reportings, which are out, as I said, now for the rest of the countries. So today you're going to be seeing your results for the first time, and anybody else tuning in will be seeing for the first time. The study, as I said, it's independent. We use independent experts with very deep understanding of Africa. It's Geopoll, Kantar in the lead, supported by analysis in Mauritius, Integrate in Morocco, Oxygen in Namibia, Gopinen in Nigeria. Then between brand leadership and Kantar, we reduce all the insights into the rankings. We ask them 7 key questions, simple questions. 1, what is your most admired brand? So because we don't prompt the question. Then we ask them, what's your most admired African brand? Because now we are very specific, because we realize after a while that when we just talk general, we don't get to know which are the African brands that are, or the local brands that are making a difference. Then we realized after a couple of years that 2 areas like financial services and media, which are very catalytic in the continent in terms of funding and telling the story of Africa, we realized that those areas hardly ever come out of the study. So we started prompting them directly. What is your most admired financial services? What is your most admired media brand? Then the last 3 years, we introduced nation branding questions. What is the one country that contributes to a better Africa? So we ask every country what they think. You'll be surprised at some of the answers. Then we ask what country, what brand contributes to, who cares for society and the environment. Then we ask another question, what brand contributes to society? So there's a brand itself that contributes to Africa, but then we also ask which one cares. So there's a caring, there's a contribution question. So those three, you could look at them as your nation branding questions. What sets us apart? Because it's very important to know why we're doing this. And what makes us everybody else is it's Africa focused. It is complete, it's comprehensive, it's empirical, it is independent, and it is marked brand neutral. You don't pay to be to participate. So if you are not building a great brand, you will not be able to come up into the study. Why do we focus on admiration? Well, admiration is consumer-led. That's what we love about it. It's consumer-led. It reflects trust, relevance, consistency, and impact in the lives of the consumers. But it also reflects the meaning that your brand has, how it resonates with the people's values, the aspirations, and identity. So we're not looking for market share. We're looking for admiration. We're looking for meaning, what it means in your life. But it also, we look at how admiration talks about how it authentically connects across regions, across languages, and across lifestyles. And that's why we measure admiration. We could measure usage, but then if you look at the results, you're going to see that there's Louis Vuitton, there is Hermes, there's all those brands, and you say, but how did they get in? There are no shops in Africa, only in South Africa, maybe in Morocco and Egypt. Well, that's why I measure admiration. We want to look at what, as Kanye West said so beautifully, wait till I get my money right. So if they had to put their money in this, where would they put their brands in?